Keith, walk us through these, like Catherine Herridge.
Yeah, so Catherine Herridge.
Direct energy weapons?
It's amazing.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it is very cool. Well, it's also scary.
Yeah.
It's the, if you're familiar with Atlas Shrugged, they had this was already foretold, and it appears to be a reality. And obviously, people have been talking about it in online circles.
And we've had it for a while.
Theory. Yeah, right. So Catherine Herridge, formerly of Fox News, formerly of CBS News, now has a channel where she investigates really cool stuff. And she did a report on this. Let's go ahead and play the first clip here. I think this is just her setting it up. Yeah.
What are the chances that two federal intelligence operatives...
Pause this. So remember the Havana Syndrome that's been going on since the attack?
That they've denied?
That our government said, nothing happened here in Cuba.
Yeah, it was the sound waves or something that supposedly messed up our people in Cuba.
Right, so that was 10 years ago now. And so that's who is...
It's that long ago?
Right, that's who Herridge is referring to here.
Okay.
Operatives are hit by a directed energy weapon, or they're hit by something, and 10 years later, they're both diagnosed with early onset Parkinson's disease.
Ooh.
It's not likely. I think there's only one answer that makes total sense, which is that they were hit by a foreign adversary of the United States, and it was done with purpose.
Wow. All right, so that's clip one. Now she is talking with a Dr. James Giordano. A couple of clips coming up here about the direct energy weapons and what they can accomplish.
How many types of directed energy weapons exist that have been used against U.S. government personnel?
To my experience and from my analysis, essentially 3. So we're looking at 2 forms of sonic weapon. They both use sound and the expansions and contractions of a sound wave as the mechanism by which it's going to disrupt function and structure of various tissues, but they do so differently. And the third was something that was really something of a revelation, and this is the use of scalable and directable microwaves.
Okay, all right, so there's your setup, and now she's...
So I don't know if it's because of the tats or the hair. I can't make out if it's tats or hair on his arms. But the whole 3 thing.
I am so glad you said this. That bugs me. I'm glad we're getting to the bottom of this.
I didn't listen to a word the man said.
This is 3.
After the 3,
this
I
is
was
3.
like, then we're done. I'm done with you.
This isn't 3.
He just illegitimized everything he ever said.
The whole thing. I didn't hear a word he said.
I love you. I had the same thought. That always irritates me. The 2 fingers and the thumb.
Yeah, is this one okay?
That one's fine.
Oh, this is okay, but I like this. To me, that's 3.
This whole 3 with the thumb.
But if you're ranking them in order,
in the NBA, this is 3 now, right? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
They always do this.
And that's a racist symbol too. Don't forget.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's because it's the OK sign.
So,
which of course.
But this is never. I can't even.
Power.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
This is never acceptable unless you're holding something down here that you can't let go.
Stop listening.
And even then, let go of what you're holding.
Thank you.
And put up the 3.
Thank you.
The actual 3.
This is ADD in the morning right here. Okay, but this next clip is very important. Check this out.
Okay.
Giordano showed us how brain injuries like Beck's can happen. Hollow spaces in the skull, the mouth, nose, ears, and eye sockets can become echo chambers, funneling energy waves into the brain with catastrophic consequences.
I think the easiest way for a layperson to understand what particularly rapidly pulsed microwaves could do is to think about something like Wi-Fi connections in a cellular phone. So if you were to take your phone and put it in the microwave oven for a second or 2 seconds, you would take the phone out and structurally it would look fine. It would seem that it would be working just fine for you on some levels. But the actual sophistication of that phone would have been changed as a consequence of the microwave damage. And not only will it change then, but that change is durable and characteristically progressive.
That's what a directed energy weapon attack does.
Yes, ma'am.
It fundamentally disrupts the brain network.
Yes, ma'am.
And can cause brain cell death.
Yes, ma'am. It can cause both brain cell death and change in the functional ability of various cells and nodes in the brain to be able to maintain the networks that are so vital to our thought, our emotions, and our behaviors.
When a directed energy weapon attack happens, is that the end of the damage?
The problem with directed energy attacks, like many things that can happen to the brain, is that the initial insult, the injury itself, is nothing more than the first snowball that then leads to the avalanche. The injury to the brain impairs the brain's ability to not only function at the time of the injury and thereafter, but to compensate effectively. So then you begin to see a cascade of effects.
Who or what is responsible?
This becomes difficult. But I think what's important to note is who has developed these technologies and who may be using them in a whole set of practices. Here we encounter, if you will, the big three: the United States and some of its international economic and technological and military allies, our trans-Pacific peer competitor, China, who has developed these types of technologies for a variety of uses, and certainly our transatlantic peer competitor, Russia.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Russia, maybe. Okay.
That's frightening.
It sure is.
That's frightening.
Yeah, and that guy that was talking is a neuroscientist, and it's so sad in this report. She goes to assisted living homes and talks to these individuals who have reportedly been affected.
So they're already in an assisted living space?
And they're young.
Oh my gosh.
It really sucks.